Hello, in this video I'm going to be going over phase diagrams. I have a nice little phase diagram right here. What it's looking at is pressure in relationship to the temperature and what state of matter is it turning into based off of those two factors. So we've got this section right here, this A section. This is when it's a solid, so if it's under these pressures and temperatures, it's going to be a solid. This C section right here is liquid, and then right here we have this B section is gas or vapor. Then we have these lines in between. So the line between A and C, solid and liquid, is the melting point or the freezing point, depending upon which way you're going. A to C is melting, C to A is freezing. Alright. And then we have C to B. This is liquid to gas. That's vaporizing, going from C to B. Going from B to C is condensing, condensation. And then this stranger one, A to B, this is going from solid to gas. It's skipping that liquid stage. And we call that sublimation, when you go right from a solid to a gas. And sublimation occurs all the time, especially in Wisconsin in the winter when it snows. You got these nice snow banks, and all of a sudden there's a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by. You don't see any liquid on the ground, but you see those snow banks getting smaller. It's going straight from a solid to a gas. It's sublimating. The inverse, B to A, gas to solid, is deposition, and frost on your window on a nice cold winter morning would be an example of deposition, gas going right directly to a solid. Alright, now we have some questions going on here. It says, what section represents the solid phase? Well, I already kind of answered that. A. What section represents the liquid phase? That's C. And which section represents the gas phase? That's B. Moving on, number 4, what letter represents the triple point? Looking at this, we have the point at which all three states of matter are seen. Solid, liquid, and gas is called the triple point. So it says, what letter represents the triple point? That would be D, represents the triple point for this number 4 question. Number 5, what letter represents the critical point? The critical point is when a substance has reached its max temperature that it can increase to. In this case, the critical point would be 110 degrees Celsius. It's represented by letter E. Next, what is the substance normal melting point? Alright, so normal melting point refers to 1 atm at standard pressure, 1 atmosphere. When is it going to melt? Melting is liquid or solid to liquid. 1 atm is right there. Moving down, looks like 60 degrees Celsius is the normal melting point. Next, what is the substance normal boiling point? Again, 1 atmosphere. Liquid to gas, it's right here, 100 degrees Celsius is the normal boiling point. Next, above what temperature is it impossible to liquefy the substance no matter what the pressure? Above what temperature is it impossible to liquefy the substance no matter what pressure? Alright. Above what temperature is it impossible to liquefy the substance, no matter how much pressure you added? It's going to be the critical point, 110 degrees Celsius. And at what temperature and pressure do all three phases exist or coexist? That's the triple point. That's 0.5 atm and 45 Celsius. 0.5 atm, 45 degrees Celsius. And would an increase in pressure cause the substance to freeze or melt? So if we're at this triple point and you're increasing the pressure, is it going to freeze or is it going to melt? It looks like it's going to freeze and turn into a solid. So that's the basics between a phase diagram. You have this graph and you have some questions that will ask you to use the graph to answer those questions. That is that.